Morning. As you know, the ArchLinux tweak tool, or AATT, is still quite early in the morning. Supports many of the Arch distros. Now, they'll probably be working, it will probably be working on many other, as long as they're based on Arch. But there is a specific question on our GitHub of the ArcoLinux tweak tool about Garuda. So here it goes. I've downloaded a new Garuda clone. I call it G, like G-Force. And then we go for the download. That's the Garuda Dragonized Gaming Linux Zen edition that I've chosen. So let's do something different. And there we go. So I need to have the source drivers, not anything NVIDIA related. And let's see. With the ArchLinux tweak tool, the guys lost their beautiful fastfetch dragonized ASCII code and couldn't get it back for some reason, probably, or don't know how to get it back. So let's see if the ArchLinux tweak tool is okay, if we need to change the code. And otherwise it's just a tutorial to use it, how to use it on Garuda. This reminds me of chemistry. A core and an electron around it. As long as it doesn't explode, it's good. Come on, be there. An idea for the developers: if the eye would glow up, glow, go dim again, and then glow again, and dim again, would be a good idea. The wine configuration. No, I don't want wine. Give me whiskey anytime. So we got to install Garuda Linux. Don't want it in my own language, never in my own language, always American English. Next, it's for the terms. You can't Google anything if you don't know the terms in English. You can't start Googling in Indian or in French or whatever, because the hits are less, just so much less. So no, you need to learn the English terms and then you read English. There's no way around it. You need to learn English. So not many choices here, but you know, I've made other videos and I can show you in this one as well. The more you know, the better. But I'm not gonna change it, but show you how to change it is already something. Garuda is a fan of ButterFS, right? ButterFS, fine, all good, no problem for me. I'll do it in a VirtualBox and then never use it. But if you say, no, that's not really my thing, here it is. This is the line, X4, and that's all I do. And then there will be X4. I will have a Garuda in X4. So if I save this thing, we could actually do it. But all the apps that rely on ButterFS will not work. It's a decision. It's your decision. So this drop down, there is no drop down for ButterFS to change. So if you cancel everything and say, okay, never mind, and you run it again, it goes to look at the code again. I've changed something in the code. And see what happens. Next, but like I said, this is not advised because ButterFS is the default, right? So if you click here, nothing here, but if you click, it's gonna go for X4 with no swap or swap with Hibernate. And I've made my decision, right? Which is supposedly not the good thing, so I better not go ahead with it. And go back here and say, let's go back to Control Z, not gonna take it. So BTRFS or F2FS or Riser or XFS, etc., etc. So you choose, but remember the consequences of your choices. Oh, these buttons. I don't want you to go all the way big, just down somewhere. Get away. So American English. Doing as we're supposed to do, not having too much knowledge, and just go for BTRFS. Follow along. BTRFS. No and yes, like that. Use the same password for the administrator account and show me what you got right. SDM or LightDM, what is it? And is it nice or not? So that's why it's not selected. Otherwise I would always select it. Auto login, I'm at home. No danger, nobody touches my computers. They do not dare. It's not there, it's care. They do not care. Linux. Yeah, my legacy. There's no one taking over from me after I'm gone, that's for sure. Not in the family, I mean, right? They couldn't care less. You have the Tohalo here. You have the about. So we're using the latest branch, the 3.3, not the 3.2.61, 62, 63, in the 60s. It's in its 60s. And if you're a developer, right, have a look. What does it contain? Calamares is there, a free system to put things on your NVMe, SSD, hard disk, and how do they do it? With what configuration? With what tools? And here's this Plymouth thing. That's a thing that was that electron that was going over the atom or something, right? Circling around, and they have this. Oh, what was it again? Hardware. Daemon Manjaro, probably. Manjaro had hardware daemon configuration thing. So it looks for files for drivers if it can help users provide, and that's mostly the old ones, the 340s. There's some numbers in here. So here is the path where the configuration is. So we could have a look, and this is how you can study how others create their ISO, basically. So if you go to opt, there are some things in here. Pacman configuration. So in the file, there's a server here, and here are all the packages that, well, could be missing on an ArchLinux system, on anything really, and as long as it's Arch. So here is some support for packages that need to be built that are not on the ArchLinux repos, but need to be there. Now NVIDIA DKMS, we have that, but Prime and settings and OpenVPN, so Vulkan stuff. So it's often mostly drivers for video. Video here, video here, video here, Voodoo, old stuff. So support for older PCs. And still we have to have a look because he's not finished yet. We have the Garuda Linux Raptor. Raptor is some kind of dinosaur, I believe, and lots of apps that can support you. That was our first button. Second button, console, with a nice image. We are in console itself with fish. So you can decide to explore fish. What is fish? How does fish work? Sudo pacman -s tab tab, and then I say, oh, look at that, I can learn with fish. SI is view package extended information, so I want to know SI, and then Firefox give me extended information. And if you see things like that, basically it says go get the database. So you type Y or yes, and there you go, databases are in. Then it can start reading that Firefox is actually a standalone web browser from Mozilla.org, and so on and so on. It's always interesting to see some dependencies. Depends on if you want to have spelling, libnotify, network manager, optional dependencies, download size, installed size, who is actually maintaining that package, and the build date. So all kind of information that's available, like the pacman -suv is a super interesting, so that was included in the video. SUV is a car, remember that, SUV. It gives you all the information you need. That's root, configuration file is there, the database path is there. If it's corrupt, it can happen. Corrupt database comes in from the server, all errors pop up. Cache is here, hook directory is here or here, log file is there, the log file is there, GPG, all these things. It's all nicely summarized with SUV. So do not ask again, close window. Install bootloader, almost at the end. So this is Tunar, this was a jumping jack. There he is. This is a browser with all kind of extensions. I'm always interested in extensions, so Dark Reader, uBlock Origin are installed already. There's Plasma integration that's disabled. Integration module for Firefox Quantum. Don't really know what that is. When allowed, private browsing. Okay. The rest, of course, we know. We recognize. Sometimes you want them to be active and sometimes you don't. Question is, how do I close this thing? Where are the buttons? No buttons. Super Q? No. A Super Q is that. Here there are no buttons hidden. Well, just like that then. Okay. So start. We are here for the ArcoLinux 3 tool. It's always fun to explore another distro. At this point in time, I'm just a user exploring Garuda. So advanced options, have a look. The keys, it says so. Boot this, arrow that, E that. So this is E. And remember some of these things, like quiet, twice quiet, so that will be super quiet. And then splash, and then RTU def, log priority 3, global cursor defaults, IBT equals off, stuff like that has a meaning. They do something, and for some of us, it's a savior. It will change our experience with Linux because it boots off. It tells the kernel, do this, don't do that, do this, do that. And then this is the login. And voila, so some of us need it, most of us don't, but okay. As long as you know that you can pass some extras to the kernel so that your older machine is working better. There's a wine again. The Garuda setup assistant. Initial updates. Always a good thing to update immediately. And there we go. Please be patient. Let's be patient. Right mouse click. Let's see if we can get there. Not yet. Ah, whoa, that many? Lots of Python stuff. I've seen an update come in May 2023. Many things had to be updated. So there you go. I give you my bandwidth. Yeah, Proton is there. It's one of the big ones already. This one, the GE custom thing, it's like a huge thing. Sorry. Next time I'll pause the video if it comes up again. A little cough. So what I was trying to do is the fact that enter edit mode, that you know how this thing is built. So we have this, and down here don't seem to be able to know. The thing I'm wondering about is this latte or not? I don't believe it's here. That's some things. No, it's not latte. So it's just a panel from Plasma. Can make this higher or smaller. It's not alive. Well, it's alive and not alive. What I mean by alive is that it becomes bigger, like in Mac or in Planck. There we go. Keys, right? Always these keys. It's root Pedro HLC thing again. We've seen this name before. So, do you want to delete it? I guess so. Let's see if we can pass it. Yes, we're saved. Now, one of the things you need to remember on anything Arch is the ArchLinux keyring. So Ctrl-Alt-T. No. Super T. No. Super Enter. No. Ctrl-Alt-Enter. No. Terminal. The terminal. That's this one. Console. There must be some kind of key binding somewhere. So key binding, I think it's an input somewhere, or keyboard. Yes. Hardware layout, advanced, no. Startup, notification, accessibility, keyboard, key binding, startup, and then we go for a search. Shortcuts and custom shortcuts. So there's some stuff in here. Nothing specific, I think. Shortcuts. Here there's no search. Enfin, right? No need. We don't need it. Can't drag it. Stop. So, ArchLinux. System updated. Press enter to exit. So we're still actually in the beginning, the setup. Garuda setup assistant. Do you need printers? Do you need to install Garuda wallpapers and so on? Then inputs need more like these. You need more like those. I'll do like PAMAC. So yeah, sure. Go install PAMAC. Let's see what we get. So the PAMAC AWAR. So that means that Flatpak is not included, I think. Software. So that's what we get about. Thank you, Manjaro, for making this. It's a great tool. Preferences. And then you see all these things. You should go to here. So enable AOR. And that's it, right? So the Flatpak and the other one, what's it called? The other one, Flatpak and bloop. Can I see it on my own system? So when I go to my ArcoLinux here, then third party can be AWAR, Flatpak, and yes, snap, that was it. So it's just the AWAR that's covered here in this package, which is okay, just as long as you know. And yeah, sure, stop. So the ArchLinux tweak tool. This is my console. Yay. Is present, cool. How about yay arch? Yeah, let's do 2 words. ArchLinux tweak, stop. Number 1. Build it. Quit. Yes, so Q. Yes. Then we got something old. Well, yes and no. This is from somebody else, right? Somebody put it online. It's a Git version, which actually means it's not a very old one. It's the last one. It's being built with the latest code from the GitHub. But ATT. That's our shortcut for ArchLinux tweak tool. Otherwise, it's just too long. ATT. And then we have the store. The store is Pacman, and Pacman has repos, and repos can be installed. And in here we have the enable ArcoLinux repos. Click. So at the end here, it's gonna say, let's install everything, let's reboot. And actually, well, yeah, let's just open a new tab maybe. Why not? Huh? A new tab built in. So we've got tab 1 and tab 2. What I wanted to do is this, sudo pacman -syyu. And then you see, oh, look at that. 4 lines, meaning 800 packages within our reach. And Endeavoris keyring is being inserted, Endeavoris mirrorlist, and ArcoLinux mirrorlist. So more shops. We have basically shops, more apps, more drivers, and more kernels, and all that. So more stuff, basically. So all of these guys are supported, and we have installed the version, the official version from the ArchLinux tweak tool Git here, 23, so 2023, 05 is May 11th version. All right, so the thing we're looking at is not gonna differ that much, certainly not in design. So ATT, it is just another way of making a version, basically. So there you go. And the question was NeoFetch. We're finally getting where we want to be after 25 minutes of video. So NeoFetch is wonderful, right? NeoFetch is not found locally, but let's do a local thing. So sudo pacman -s NeoFetch. Now we did see something. We did see a message, so somehow they have a way of doing things in there to get things in there. I believe this was the image I got from the guys on GitHub saying, hey, we got lost, we lost our little eagle, and how do we get it back? Now anything that's going to be changed has already now a backup. So if you launch the ATT, it goes over a list of files that matter, that can be changed if you click on a button somewhere, but can always be put back. So reset NeoFetch, install NeoFetch, use ATT configuration, reset it so that's yours, and apply whatever you selected up here. Those are the options. So let's have a look. If we coded everything right, and that's of course a big if we forget something, tell us. NeoFetch has a backup. So the config.conf has a back is backup. Backman.conf.back. So all the major things that you could change have already a backup, so I can always get it back. So what I will do is compare these, probably this one. The files are identical, it says. Now this is done with compare. I'm not really a fan of compare as such, but I am a fan of melt. But it says already that maybe I can get something else. Compare files. Files are identical. Okay, so we can't really see the code here, but know this, it's exactly the same. Can we see it in size? Maybe we open this one, it's 176 I saw. Let's check again. I don't want to see the content. So 17.6, and this one is 17.6 as well. If we click, we have opened, so exactly the same. So, and now there we go, right? If auto is enabled, we don't do anything, and then you start messing with this and you say, I'd like to see the clear OS. Apply your NeoFetch configuration, and then not here either. Oh, that's the maximize button. I don't get these buttons. I don't. Okay, so bash, this is the look. Let's do another one. So file, I don't know, key binding here, Ctrl+Shift+T if you want to know, build in, and you do NeoFetch again. You see that we have a ClearOS logo, and we're very proud to be on ClearOS. And then you say, oh my god, I got it, it's lost forever. No, it's not, it's just here. Choose whatever you like. And of course also choose the possible information. So this is all, which is not advisable, not in a print, because it shows your public IP. It's never a good idea. But normal, and then small, and then none. None is also possible. So small, let's have a look. Apply your NeoFetch. Let's change something else to deeping. Apply your NeoFetch. Ctrl+Shift+T, was it that? So this is the look. We need to find out where this comes from later on. So this is always there, but NeoFetch shows us then this. And that's a deeping logo. But if you want to reset NeoFetch, and then Ctrl+Shift+T and type NeoFetch again, then the eagle is back. So there is no issue to the guys on GitHub. I tell you, that was what you needed to do. Reset it, put it back, because there is always a backup of any file that you've changed in the past. There's some lolcat things and NeoFetch enabled, meaning it's always going to be there if we put it on. It's now it's on. I thought, would it color or not? Yes, it's colored then. So Control Shift T it was. So it's overwritten by this. So there's another way of launching the code. So that's not gonna work as in the Control Shift T approach. So when there's a new terminal, this comes up, which is nice, so don't change it. But if you want to change it, that's something else. You need to figure out where and how it works. So I hope that's clear for the guys on GitHub. Right, there is a backup, reset it, reset NeoFetch for me. That's done, and I don't need to change anything to the ATT. Now to investigate a little bit, now that it's installed, where is this coming from? What you should study, at any rate, on any distro, that is the content of your home directory. What did you receive? What did you get? You got a ZSHRC and a backup. So you see, these are the result of the ATT, the ArchLinux Tool. Sees you have it. You're gonna mess with it, and here's the backup already. So if you messed it before the ArchLinux Tool, of course, it just makes a backup of what you have. And if it's already messed up, it can't fix it. There's not an AI behind it. It's just make a copy so that the user has some copy, right? Same here, BashRC. So my advice is read this on any system. What's cleanup, what's GCTL, and what's RIP, and so on, right? Have a look. Same for the ZSHRC, which probably will not change that much in content of aliases anyway. I see my own versions coming here again. So my own aliases, give me a Zerti keyboard, give me QWERTY keyboard. So yeah, we have a look at others' aliases and the ones we like. We are going to add it, but it's up to you to decide whether you want to have all that or not. Okay, so that's that. But if you were attentive, you know that we're actually on fish. We should be here somewhere. Fish, and then you read everything that's in here with fish. Yes, there are quite a few aliases that I recognize. Enfin, that's Linux, right? So, in here somewhere, config fish, if you look at the bottom, there has to be something fast fetch. What's this fast fetch thing, right? So Control T. No, not gonna work, Eric. What we could do is this and type fast fetch. Enter. And then you have a longer code. Load config. Okay, Control C. So what are you talking about? Control Shift V. Enter. Oh, that's where it's coming from. That's where it's coming from. So yay, fast fetch. I wonder if we have fast fetch already. So it's coming from AOR. There's a Garuda fast fetch git, and there is a fast fetch git. Or like that. Like NeoFetch, but much faster because written in C. I've tested it in the past. We've decided to boff, right? Boff. It's all good for me. You choose whatever you want. I have not installed it on my system, but I want to quickly check if we put it on our AOR, and we haven't. So voila, you just build it yourself. If you say, oh, it's something new to test, right? Basically for you, it's not something to try out and have fun with. I suppose it will, I don't know. So if you don't know, you have investigate. Does it have a configuration because it was pointing to some kind of configuration, so I'll leave it up to you. I don't see any fast fetch in here, but it must have some way of knowing how to look. So be my guest and explore that further. So that was the ArchLinux tweak tool. Well, it's under 1 hour, which is okay. It's some kind of limit in my brain saying, right, an hour is enough of video. One of the things, when I go to another ArchLinux distribution, one of the things I do like is my personal CHDWM fork here, and that's CHADWM. Can I install it? Because yeah, it's a workflow thing. It's something you like. You're accustomed to it, and wherever I go, I want to have this choice. If this is exit, it is log out and log out. I'm immediately, oh yeah, this is still a work in progress for the ATT. You've lost your SADM theme because of the fact that some of the systems out there don't have a split in the SADM conf. So the ETC has officially, Plasma has this KD settings conf, and the other one is the SADM conf. So if we see that it's not available, it's not split, we split it, which means you lost the theme, which is actually super easy to change. You go to the ArchLinux tweak tool, and you go to the login, and whatever theme you had, you select it again. I suppose it was Suite, and we apply it, and it's done. Voila. So that's in order. And this is your CHADWM, and I still see that the icons are not okay. I wonder why. Because it should be okay. Now my key bindings work, right? So the Ctrl-Alt-T, the Super Enter, the Super Shift Enter, the Super D, the Super Shift D, they're all there. I'm not lost anymore. I have everything I need. All the key bindings are here. It's just the fonts that are messing with me. Sudo pacman -s ttf Meslo or something, Mesloner power. I think it's this one that I'd like to have. If I do this and install that one, but I thought we had arranged that. Super X, log out. The theme is not changed. So the fonts, they need something else. That's this one they need, and they need another one as well. I thought we have added it to the ATT as a list. TTF. Sudo pacman -remove TTF on my ArcoLinux. It's that one. Meslo. We've done the Meslo nerd thing. Power level 10, check. Then there is the Iosefka. Iosefka nerd package that we need to have. And together with those two, no, too soon. Error. What was that? Unknown variant dark expected light or dark. Config error in Alacrity. So you have a look at your Alacrity. It should be not dark with a small d, but dark with a capital D, and that's it. Reload. No. So that's on the to-do list. Why do we have problems with fonts? -s. And then there's another one. JetBrains Mono Nerd. And if all of those are present, that one was present. So which one can it be that we're missing? There's another one that we use all the time, which is the material. design icon font. Yes, that's new. Super Shift R. That is strange. Wow. Why are you not changing, guys? That is strange. Thank you, but not in VirtualBox. No asset. Now we're going to put our Sherlock Holmes cap. Oh yeah, one of the reasons I know why the ATT doesn't do that, because we have two major things. We have the I am not on ArcoLinux approach. I am on something else in ArcoLinux approach. So what we're getting is I am something else than ArcoLinux, which does not provide the icons, and it's up to you to install more. So it's the let's not flood you with packages approach, and ArcoLinux, it says, okay, let's make this beautiful to the finish, everything set the way it should be, and that's why we have the icons not set. So I have to figure out what icons we need, but I thought I had figured it out. But there you go, right? There's one more, yeah, true, sudo pacman -s ttf. I see here the source code. We use that one as well. Source code pro nerd. Yep, that's new. Wait for snapper. And why are you not doing what you're doing? You need to be doing. Let's restart. Because now I've installed most of the nerd stuff that we use, the nerd fonts. And we need to fix this. Why? Right? ATT. Let's do SDM. In the meantime, I can think. So it knows it's on Garuda. And as alacrity thing, have a look at the .config alacrity. See what's in there. Install missing ArcoLinux SDM themes. Remove. If we say suite and we apply the settings, you need to select. Oh, I was mistaken. So I need to do something more. You need to select desktop, theme, and cursor first. So desktop I can't select here, but with auto login I can. And then suite, fine, and then cursor theme. Breeze no is good, and apply settings. And Eric is added to the group auto login. For you don't want auto login, you go back and say don't do that. And the thing is, the NSDDMK is something that we go for. That's an alias, or the sudo nano etc sddm conf d kd settings. That's where it all is. So session, log me in or not, and here's your theme. If you don't set it, if there's nothing there, it will just give us the blue thing there. So that's done. That's solved. We're still with the buttons, right? The buttons, the fonts. Why? They're missing some stuff. So we're auto login, super X, log out, back to the suite, back in, and then the fonts. Why? All right, let's investigate. And let's be Sherlock Holmes. Config. Rip grep. not create folder, open terminal, can't find a fallback terminal emulator thingy. We use, yes, we're on Plasma, right? We're on Plasma, so open terminal, launch terminal, doesn't get it, what to launch. Alacrity was installed, it is Alacrity here, so launch Alacrity, well actually none of that, and Alacrity, go, close. So open the terminal, and then what was I going to think? Oh yeah, rip grep, RG, can't find it. Sudo pacman -s rip grep, go, and then RG font. This is the words where the fonts come into picture. So what did I do? Sudo pacman -s ttf. Did I install the JetBrains monomer? No, I did. Then go up, all code, lot of code. Noto fonts as well. Oh yeah, true. Noto. Is Noto installed? Noto fonts, Noto nerd. No. Noto. Noto fonts. Is that present? Reinstalling. So yes. Source code. Yay. Source code. Is that written like that, or is it source code? I think it's source code. JetBrains mono. Sudo pacman -s ttf source code pro nerd, and then ttf material design icon fonts. We've done that as well. Reinstalling. What else? We're at the top, and Noto. Those are the fonts. Eosefka, we did that too, I believe. -s ttf Eosefka nerd, turn nerd, git nerd. I think it's this one. Might be the other one. So that's a reinstalling. So let's see if it's the other one. Super shift R. It is strange. It keeps on messing with my brain. Keeps on messing with my brain. So I'll just leave it at that and try to solve it on my own. The video will be too long and you don't like to see me mess up the video. Because the topic, why were we here? We were here to have a look at the ArchLinux tweak tool. Everything works fine. So NeoFetch is now gone. So here he is. This is something different now. We've changed it. We've broken it. So remember AAG. ATT. I'm so used to typing AAG now. That's our ArchLinux app that we've created. So NeoFetch, reset NeoFetch please, quit ATT, stop everything, Control T. So this is now broken, so let's investigate why it's broken. So fish is the one we're using, check it out. Fish is the one we're using. Okay, you go to config. Here's, by the way, a backup. There's always a backup. All of it is a backup of what was inside the config before you did anything. We make always backups. So fish is here and there's a backup there. Is there a difference? I would do a melt, right mouse click melt, but I can't do it here. Config fish. And it says here fast fetch load config dragonized. We did do that before somewhere. This one. So this one is still running. For some reason it's now broken. Did I do something to it? Don't think so. NeoFetch is working as it's supposed to, so that was the topic of the video. NeoFetch. But fastfetch, for some reason, it's broken. That's fastfetch. And the other one is with load config. Could it be the Alacrity problem? It's all related, it's all linked. Alacrity is here. So as you see, we're making backups. And there was the word black. Oh, what am I doing? Control Z, Control Z. Even worse, even worse. Don't do this. Exit and don't save. Again. What am I doing? Where am I about? Oh my god. Ugh. Bye. Anything else? Okay, please. So, Control find black. I can't see what button it is because I want to go to the next one. Yeah, that's the button. That's black, black. It does say something about black. See the log. Decorations, theme variant, unknown variant, dark. Unknown variant, dark. Expected light or dark. There are only 2 words of black. Config error. Decoration theme variant. So there might be another file somewhere. Ah yeah, here. Decorations theme variant. Capital letter D. Save. Stop. 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 Control T. No. Well, we solved the Alacrity problem. But what happened with fastfetch? Poor thing. Right? What happened to it? Load config dragonized 314 nice. So man fastfetch. Nothing. Fastfetch help. All right. Never read this. List search paths. That's something interesting. List. No. List. Config paths. Config paths. The list config paths. Config paths. So that's where it's gonna look. Fastfetch. It was not there. All right. Let's have a look. So. Either you go to fastfetch, nothing here, so nothing in here. You either go here to fastfetch, which is not available. Let's see in the backup. Fastfetch was never here. Next thing is you go to etc xtg. And you find yourself a fastfetch config. Nope. Oh yeah, sorry. Fast fetch and then config. Okay, no. I did not check that one correctly. There's no fast fetch here. It's a folder, and in here it's also a folder that we did check. So that means if anywhere the last bit is here, there. Default is true, and it's false now. So we have no answer. There is no answer. Load config. What is it saying about that? Load config file. Load a config file or preset. Load config file, but where does it need to be? I would think in one of those four. Or I missed it, which is possible. No. And here. No. No. And XDG. How to start, maybe. No. And how to start here. No. I have to give up. The video is 1 hour. We did not find that one. Maybe you can, right? Maybe you can. So if you have some more time, if you want to find that out, why it's not loading or what I'm doing wrong, what I've missed somewhere, what I did not see because of my eyesight, you just tell me beneath the video. So Eric, it's there. Just missed it. So there you go. ArchLinux tweak tool does not be changed. We do not need to change. Wow. But these fonts, I'll put in some more time after the video. Why are these fonts not showing? There's always something, right? There's always something. And I want it to be available, my CHADWM, anywhere, as beautiful as it can be. This little icons. Why do they not show? Do they conflict? That's a possible idea. I got a new what if, right? Remove TDF stuff. Is there something in here like the fantastic nerd? That's something I would not use. If there are things in here, other nerd things. Yeah, voila, Garuda fish config. That might be that they conflict. So removing it might make things less nice for Garuda, but I have seen in the past that they are going to work against each other. So installing more fonts sometimes break things. So that's gone as well. Let's do a super shift R. Not yet. and all the rest is just fine. But where's my Noto font? Yeah, because it's not TTF Noto. True. That does not exist. It's just Noto fonts. Any other fonts that I have that could be messing with my PAMAC is here. What fonts do I have? Just font. Let's see. Installed. There is a reason, there's always a reason. We just don't know it yet. And that's what you call knowledge. So for some reason, he says, I'm not gonna show you the nice icons. There is stuff in here that I do not install, like the lib32 stuff. I don't know if it can mess with my look here. But let's stop the video because, hey, we don't know. I thought I had an idea. I thought I had a what if. But no, unfortunately, Super Shift R. That's reloading. Not gonna work. Alright, cheers.